Our internal polling says Mazda CX-9 competitors include the GMC Acadia, Honda Pilot, Hyundai Santa Fe, Toyota Highlander, Ford Explorer, and Nissan Pathfinder. Looking over this list, for me, the CX-9 is close to the top. All of those start in the $30K, $32K range, but this is the best looker of the group. It has an aggressive front end that angles inward from the front lip of the hood. It follows Mazda's design language that we've been seeing for a few years, but this is the furthest along, closest to the original Kodo design concept. The Signature is the most expensive trim, but this Grand Touring is right below it. It has all the bells and whistles except for auburn-colored Napa leather, rosewood supplied by Japanese guitar maker Fujigen, LED Signature accent grille lighting and LED accent lighting around the automatic shifter. So there. The Signature also gets the torque vectoring AWD system, which I didn't really need on this cold but dry day. The Turbo 4 provides enough power that I would have guessed it was a 6-cylinder. On the highway, on the street, I never felt like I needed more. The 6-speed automatic is good, and the auto stick is in the proper up-is-down format. Steering and handling feel is better than average, but with Mazda, it always is. The wheels are big enough to absorb most of the big potholes, and the chassis seems to soak up the rest. It's a good-looking crossover at a fair base price. $40,000 seems like a little much, but it's still about average for this class of vehicles with this class of options. $40,000 only seems like a lot for someone who hasn't been in the three-row ute market lately, Mr. Ling Eman. And our CX-9 is closer to $44,000, looking at the specs. Still, it's a lot of SUV for the money, and I'll agree Mazda has covered almost all the bases with its big family hauler. It's by far the best interior the brand has ever done, and they've instilled a sense of solidity into the chassis, structure, and even the way the doors close that's significantly ahead of anything ever found at a Mazda dealership. That sense of heft makes the CX-9's on-road manners even more surprising. It drives like a much smaller vehicle, eager to be flung around, to a point. Aside from some vagueness to the steering, it handles like a Mazda should. Like Jake, I found the 2.5-liter Turbo 4 plenty stout for anything I could throw at it, and downright punchy from stoplights. The trip computer showed just under 21 mpg in mostly city driving. That's pretty close to the rated figure, and realistically, it's about as good as you're going to get from a large gasoline-powered three-row utility in normal driving. My only real beef with the CX-9 is the same one I had with the first example I drove. There's not enough seat adjustment for taller drivers, especially in the seat bottom cushion. Rather than adjusting for height at the front of the seat, it simply pivots, raising or lowering the rear of the seat bottom. Combined with too little telescoping in the steering column, it means no matter how much I like Mazda's new family hauler, I can't get comfortable inside. Mazda has promised me the issue is corrected in 2018 models, so it may soon be a moot point.